Hello, it's Saturday the 7th of September, and I have to come on to say thank you very much and cheers. First cup of coffee of the day is almost gone. Need another one. I'm deeply appreciative of the support that you showed me through Bandcamp Friday yesterday. Thank you so very much. As you can see on the chair behind me, some of the packages that will go out no later than Monday. I may go to the post office this morning. It's Saturday, so the post office closes at noon. I'm enjoying this cool morning, and I'm not so sure I'm going to get into the car twice today because I intend to go to the More Mother concert tonight. But I did forget to mention this. I should have shown it because there were no sales of this. The World is Burning. This CD of older material of mine is still available through my Bandcamp, but it's sent out from the record label in Pittsburgh, Randy LeMaster's Randy's Alternative Music. He's got maybe 50 copies of this left. I should have mentioned it. And if you're interested in this, you don't have to wait till next Bandcamp Friday. I don't know that there is another one coming. There probably is next month. But on the physical sales, for the most part, the artist receives some percentage. It's the digital where that percentage of no revenue is higher when you make sales. So some of you may want this. Thanks, fella in the UK, because that postage is ridiculous. But thank you for making the purchases. Thank you so much. And the messages, the messages that you folks sent me with your purchases are very, very kind and touching and very reassuring to me. Just like many of the comments on the videos themselves, really reassuring, your kindness and appreciation. Thank you so much, because I'm just being me, doing my thing here in Omaha. As I've mentioned in the past, when you're an artist on Bandcamp, you have access to statistics and other information about what's happening on Bandcamp. And I like to look at the stats page of sales on Bandcamp Fridays. I've had some good ones. It is also a good indicator of the real level of sales on an independent level, in particular through Bandcamp, because there's other, obviously, stores and stuff, but everyone is on Bandcamp, including people like Peter Gabriel and Bruce Springsteen. So to me, it's significant, and again, it feels good that for Nebraska yesterday, the top sellers of Bandcamp Friday yesterday, top one was this person called Weedian, who I have not heard of. Second in number 2 was Cursive with their new album Devourer. Number 3 was 5 Dice All Threes by Bright Eyes. And the fourth seller of the day yesterday was My Interlude. Thank you so much, people. That feels good to look and see. And then I'm in the top 10. That's 8, 9. Okay, so 4 and then 5, 6, 7. The Muse came in at number 7. From the Archives came in at number 8. And the top 10, I came in, I beat David Nance and Mode Sound, which is a rarity. I haven't shown that in a while. Let me see if I can dig it up right quick, because that's another thing that I'm involved in. That's out on the market. Some of you new folks may not know that David Nansen Mode Sound. I was in the band when we made the album. I wasn't up for all the touring, but I'm on the album. There I am. This is on Third Man Records. Again, another, as we say, an accomplishment for me personally to be on Jack White's label, to be on a release on his label. That is another accomplishment to me. David Nance is working his ass off. He is about to go out on tour again with Madhu Mokhtar. Check that out. Now, could I have been out there on tour with him doing that? Yes, but the thing is, he tours all the time, and I don't want to do that. Even when I joined the band, he said, "You're now part of the collective," is the way he put it. I let him know I don't want to tour the old way, which is sleeping on couches. If you get a nice offer, I'd love to go out. And he said, if I got some big money where I could take a large group out, I'll honor that. But he's been out, and he's out. But that's another record that I play on this year. And I beat him in sales through Bandcamp yesterday. Thank you, people, so much. Thank you very, very, very much. Tonight is the low end thing that I've been talking about a lot. Can I show the record? Oh. Well, I've shown it enough, so I don't really necessarily need to show it again. But if I just... Oh, it's somewhere. Anyway, the low end 5 years record I've been talking about. The series kicks off this fall with More Mother here in Omaha tonight. Really looking forward to it. And if she has anything on vinyl that I don't have, I plan to get it tonight and have her sign my copy of the low end album. I think she is incredible. A very, very powerful voice of the times. There's another one of her albums. Which one is this? Reverse gentrification of the future now. I think part of what's going on with More Mother and why she is still so underground, although she was just out with Kim Gordon, opening for Kim Gordon, ex-Sonic Youth. More Mother's message, which is about racism, not forgetting the legacy of slavery and pain. She talks about it deeply and poignantly and consistently on her records. And I think some people don't want to hear it. I think she's phenomenal. Jazz Codes, another recent album of hers. Beautiful cover. Wonderful. Working with jazz musicians. She's got something else coming out, a compilation where she's on a track with Jalen. That completely makes sense to me that those two would be working together. Here's another More Mother, and I'll get more. Analog Fluids of Sonic Black Holes. She isn't messing around. She is the real deal. I highly recommend finding out about More Mother. So yeah, I'm again very, very, very feeling very thankful, very, very thankful, and yeah. You know, all summer there was no Bandcamp and hardly any sales of product, and that's what the stuff is. My records are a product. And so, you know, as a result, you get to starting to think that, you know, maybe people aren't interested. But after yesterday, shut my mouth. Wow. Significant amount of sales. Thank you. To keep it going, some other stuff that's sitting out. I pulled this because I hadn't played it in a while and have just been trying to pull CDs and play them. Paradox, Broken Barricade, on the revived Verve Forecast label. The Verve Forecast label put out some very interesting stuff back in the 60s and 70s. So this is Fusion. It's a Japanese band. The guitarist is definitely trying to play like Alan Holdsworth. It's pretty good. These names are not names of note. What I noticed is that the compositions on here are pretty good. I always noticed the drums. The drums were like, everybody's ready for this date except for the drummer. Now, he can play chops, but his groove is nowhere to be found. And also some of his fills are like, you just barely made that, buddy. It's almost like if you were in the school of rock and your assignment was to get ready for a recording session, I would have failed the group and said, go back. You're not, the band isn't ready. Not everyone is on the same page. It was interesting as I listened to that. Yeah, I listen to my own musically as critically as I do to others. That's why I had a reaction personally when about the Moby comment, because it's like, I know, and the thing is, I could just go on, so I'll stop. I love what I do, and when I play it, it's very fulfilling, and I play it next to other music, and I say, this is just as good, this is better than. A lot of times I come away feeling that way. Did a couple polls of old stuff that I haven't played forever. This is one where I was thinking, I hang on to it, but I don't play it, and it's probably dated, and maybe eventually I'll sell it. But no, boy, Borghesia, Slovenian band. I think from what used to be called Yugoslavia. And this came out in the 80s. 89, I think, is when this came out. Early electronic body music, Borghesia. When I see this, it makes me think of my friends Plaque Blake. You folks have heard of them. They're playing all over the world. That duo in leather, totally gay, very gay in their identity. I really enjoyed both sides. It's a 12-inch single, and in some ways it's somewhat dated, but it slams so hard. This was like, these guys were ahead of the times. This was ahead of the times. Naked, Uniformed, Dead. I was pleasantly surprised when I put it on, because I was thinking this might be one that is going to be going into the used pile, but it wasn't. Another record did. I won't show it because it's already in the to be traded pile in the kitchen. Hum, a band called Hum, kind of dream poppy, a little shoegazy. It's just okay. It's time for that to go. Hadn't played this in a while, and this was wonderful. Biota, originally called Nemonists, out of Colorado. Interesting collective of music makers and artists. I somehow became aware of them. Well, it's through the Alternate Music Society that I was a member of. Wes Van Ness knew about these guys and actually had contacted them, and we were going to try and bring them to Omaha for a concert. We got as far as scheduling a venue and printing up tickets, but we were completely inexperienced, and so we didn't raise the money to retain the band, so it never happened. But we did that. But this is really interesting stuff, and their records come with booklets with several pieces of art. That's my family in the group. They must be saying hello. Let me see what's going on here right quick. I do like having this. Okay, so my sister is heading to Farmer's Market, showing a picture of it. I like this. connection with the family. They're all out in California. But this album is intriguing because there are no electronics. Some effects you can hear like on the guitar, but it's natural instrumentation and horns and percussion and stuff that they're using to create these sound collages that sound very unusual. And at times you wonder, what's making these sounds? Is that electronic? This is really good. I've got a couple other albums, but this one was out and a complete play. So that's what I played yesterday, and I'll just keep it right there. Sorry, no, not sorry. I know I say and stuff. It's because I don't rehearse this. I'm just get up and start talking to the camera. Someone was asking about me doing podcasts where I play the music. I have in the past had several videos blocked because I played music. I see where other people are doing it and not getting blocked. I don't know why, but that soured me, so I don't even bother. As I say, if I show you something that interests you, you can listen to it online. You can find it on YouTube. I don't use Spotify, so I don't even recommend it, okay? That is such a ripoff, But I've done podcasts in the past, and they're still online. Do I still have a link? I forget the name of it. It was, I don't even have it in my links on this computer anymore. But anyway, I just want to say thanks again. And I'm also, I had one RAF album sale. And the person who bought that will see that when they receive their album, that I package them correctly. When I mail the records out, I take the album out of the jacket and mail it on the outside to avoid seam splitting. I try to do things well, okay? Thank you very much, people. Thanks so much.